Hi folks, in this video we're going to do a comprehensive snatch strap recovery, show you how it's done. We'll clear up some misleading information which you may have been told, and as you can see in the background we have the cruiser well and truly bogged. Now I've already dug it out around it. You don't have to do too much digging, you just got to dig a ramp. So you're not digging a big hole in front of it because that's not going to help too much. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. And if this is your first time viewing one of my videos, hi, how you going? I'm Ronnie from Four Wheeling in Western Australia. So let's get into this snatch strap tutorial. Alright, first things first, we'll show you the gear we're going to use. In this case, we're going to use an 8-ton snatch strap, and you need to check here because this will tell you that it is a snatch strap. A snatch strap's stretched by 20%, which doesn't put a shock load on your recovery points. However, if you have an extension strap, can I run, please? Thank you. Extension strap, this will not stretch. If you mistake this for a snatch strap, you're going to be in for a bit of a yank. You can see here, that's an extension strap. Also, bow shackles, rated. This one we're going to put on the front recovery point here. This is a rated point, 12 ton. This is a factory point. I have two of these. Most cars, or all cars, 4 drives, will have these. These are used for towing and for shipping, not for recoveries. However, if this is all you got, I strongly suggest that you try your best not to use it, but if you absolutely have to, make sure you do a lot more digging and use a bridle, which we'll show you later how to do. So you join them both up and you divide the load between them. In this case here, we'll put the strap on like so, tighten this the whole way, and then come back off half to a full turn. That way when this really pulls, it's not going to bind this up, which can happen. Alright, so single point on a cruiser. Now we're going to use a bridle on 2 recovery points on the Jeep. Here's got 2 rated points here. They are on the chassis, they're not on the bull bar. If you see points on a bull bar, don't use them because it will pull off the bull bar mounts, which are not as strong as a recovery point. More than likely, you'll pull a whole bull bar off when it's a really stuck vehicle, really bogged. You'll possibly pull a whole bull bar off, and I'm sure you might have seen that on another YouTube channel somewhere. So what we're going to use is, he's got 2 strong points. I can get away with using 1, but I prefer to use 2. And this is probably my favourite recovery gear. On our tours, or when I just meet someone on the beach who's a bit bogged, they have a weak recovery point, I'll use these because then I'll divide the load and there's less chance of those weaker points breaking. Alright, so as you can see, I've got one side hooked up. Now I'm going to feed this through the eye because you want to reduce the amount of D shackles we use. If I put another D or bow shackle on here, it's just adding ammunition that can fly around. Alright, so that's now hooked up. Alright, when you roll your strap out, make sure it's nice and straight. Any twists and turns will weaken the strap. Alright, so we're at the back of Brian's Jeep, and here's the Reese recovery hitch point. So these are pretty cheap. Now you don't need these, you can in fact just use the pin. But make sure you're pulling straight because you go to a side, this will cut into, imagine a lot of pull on there, it will cut into your strap. In this case though, in this demo, we're going to use the Reese recovery hitch point. And again, go tighten the whole way and come back half to a full turn. The reason why we use these and the pin only is if we do not use tow balls. Tow balls are made for downward force to tow something on a smooth surface, not shock loads, because the shock load that's going to be on this can be quite substantial. If you have a tow ball and you use it, it will come off and it will more than likely severely injure, kill someone, or damage your car severely as well. Okay, so we have some dampeners. Now, misleading information. Here's some of it here. On a lot of demos, I've seen them just put one on the middle. But the fact of the matter is, when a strap normally breaks, it's at one or the other end. So if you put one of these in the middle, a strap's 8 meters long, that's 4 meters of flight time before it hits the weight, the downward forcing weight. So I would strongly suggest, in my opinion, to put these on each end, a meter in from the recovery point, from each vehicle. That way, if a point should come off, it's got immediate downward force and it'll be a hell of a lot safer. Now you shouldn't be in the danger zone anyway when we do a recovery. Okay, so as you can see me doing right now, I'm putting an S into the strap. The reason for that is so I'm the one being recovered, I can now see when the strap's going to pull tight.
Alright, are you ready? You ready, Dad? Yeah, just tell me when you want to roll. I'm ready. Alright, clutch is down, I'm ready to go. Okay, we go now then.
Alright folks, so you're now seeing how a recovery is done. Now just for a few more tips before we wrap this video up. You can get straps that are 10-ton straps. You can get away with 8-ton straps most of the time. So a couple of things that weaken a strap, like I covered before. Twists and coils will weaken the strap. UV sunlight will weaken the strap. When the straps are wet, they are not as elastic, a bit of the kinetic energy is lost. So when they're wet, that's when they also tend to snap. Also, there's a misconception, misleading information about some straps saying you can only use the strap 10 times and you've got to discard it. That is untrue. What you do have to be aware of though with straps, if you do 3 hard pulls and your mate's not out, you should really change your strap, because on the 3rd or 4th pull, that's when your strap has exerted its maximum energy and will then lose stretch afterwards. You'll need 48 hours or 2 days, something like that, to recover. So change your strap if you can. Thanks for watching folks, I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you have any comments about the video, something you think I might have left out about snatch strap recovery, please leave it down below as well. Also, don't forget to subscribe and check out these other links for other recovery videos, and of course the main video that explains all recovery gear, and that also has all the links to the other videos. Now, if you're on the desktop computer, you can click on them, otherwise the links are down below if you're on your smartphone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys out there. See ya!